everybody, this is Taylor Western with Speech Eats. I am making a homemade caramel cashew sauce. My brother Clay is making homemade ice cream today, and I'm surprising him with this sauce, which he absolutely loves. Now, I work with kids birth to 3, and I come up with ways to have families get their kids involved in the kitchen. So, the reason why I'm doing a caramel cashew sauce is because I always like to tell parents we want our kids to take the lead in the kitchen. We don't want to force feed. We want food to be fun and positive. And what's more fun than making ice cream sundaes? I also say we don't want to demonize the food. We don't want to say eat your Brussels sprouts and then you get dessert. You want food to be all positive. Like, let's have Brussels sprouts and dessert. You can have ice cream and Brussels sprouts at the table at the same time. So it's not like this reward for eating the unwanted food. Now, the reason why I'm doing it, I mentioned Sundaes as a good idea, is this is a fun thing where you can mix with dry textures, sticky textures, wet textures, cold textures. Cold is a great thing I like to use, like popsicles. Otter Pops are a great thing to do in the summer because it wakes up kids' mouths. I like to play with temperature. So when it's December, I like doing hot chocolate with candy canes, stirring the candy cane in the hot chocolate and drinking it. It really wakes up kids' mouths, and using temperature is a great thing to do for swallowing and just having that different sensation. And then cold is another way. Wakes kids' mouths up, and then they realize, oh, there's something different than a different temperature. So I put in about a stick of butter, and then I put in 1 cup white sugar and 1 cup brown sugar. And I'm just letting it all come down. This is a super simple recipe. I sometimes add a teaspoon of vanilla. You could also add in a teaspoon of rum or a teaspoon of rum extract. In December or November, October, I like to add cinnamon. I'm actually gonna add a little bit today to give that fall flavor. I'm just shaking that in. And then what I like to add in this caramel sauce is I like to add cashews. I also like to keep some cashews for later on so then they're extra crunchy. Cashews add crunch, and I mean, adding crunch to a soft texture just kind of gives you that, that awareness. Kids also like crunch. So then I'm just letting this all incorporate, letting the sugar and the butter melt down. Looks like this, and I added some brown sugar in there as well. So I'll show you guys right there. Okay. And then I'm gonna add in about a cup of half and half. And I wanna make sure that this caramel is nice and incorporated before I add the half and half in. Now I need to make sure that I don't just dump the half and half so it curdles. And then I'll save the cashews for later, so when we make our ice cream sundaes, we could put the cashews on top, and it's great to serve with bananas. What's also nice about this sauce is that you can use this sauce, the sweet fun sauce, to get your kids to try healthier options. So adding apples, adding, like I said, bananas. So this could be a good snack in the middle of the day where you can dip the apples in the caramel sauce. I've talked before about how kids a lot of times are likely to try new foods that if they're dipping it in a sauce like ketchup or ranch. So this caramel sauce is like that fun sauce to kids. So if you add it with an apple or a banana or another type of fruit or even just some crackers, that's gonna have them get more of a substantial meal or snack, and then they're getting that sweet treat. What's nice is that you can serve this caramel sauce with the ice cream and then re-serve it later on, because this keeps well in the fridge. Just microwave it for apples the next day. So have your Sunday treat with your ice cream, or your ice cream sundae, not treat, but and then save your caramel sauce for the next day and then serve it with the apples. So the kids have seen the caramel sauce like, oh my goodness, I had such a fun time with this sauce, and now I'm having it with the apple. So my caramel sauce is bubbling. It looks delicious. I'm stirring it often. I don't want the sauce to burn. And like I said, I added a dash of cinnamon. Nutmeg works really good in here too. I've done caramel apple spice, so like caramel apple feel. And it's looking like it's getting close to cooking. The butter and the sugar are incorporated. It's bubbling. So I'm going to turn this down to cool. I keep adding a couple of cashews in as we go. And I don't want my sauce to separate, so I'm pulling it off the heat, and then I'm going to add my caramel sauce. And it's going to be delicious. Now, one thing I like to add that really makes this sauce fantastic is I like to add a dash of salt. I think of like salted caramel. It's delicious. So I usually add about maybe quarter of a teaspoon of salt. I sprinkle that right in and let that incorporate, and then I add my half and half, and then I am good to go. So that's it for today. I'm gonna add my salt, and I'm gonna pack this up and bring this down to my parents for dinner. Have a wonderful evening.